Alright, give me a score prediction.
3-2, Hilltop.
3-2 Hilltop, first goal scorer?
Van Dijk.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Straight from centre back?
Yeah.
Top means Rocky?
Yeah.
Alright, say 9. Alright, now give me a score prediction.
Nah, the man was gonna win. 3-1.
3-1?
Yeah.
First goal scorer?
HM.
What, number 22?
Number 22. His birthday was yesterday. He's getting a first goal.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
No worries.
Hi there.
Hi, how are you?
I'm alright, how are you?
Very well, very hot.
Very, very hot. Can I get a score prediction from you, mate?
Given our track record in the FA Cup, I'd like to think this is the first time we get through the preliminary round, which we failed to do for the last 3 seasons. Fingers crossed, 2-1 Virginia Water.
2-1 Virginia Waters? Anyone I should be looking out for?
Our left winger
Left winger?
and captain,
Ooh.
Mr. Baccaro.
Oh, Mr. Bacaro, remember the name, alright?
Okay?
Thank you very much,
You're
mate.
welcome.
How are you?
Not bad. Good. Thank you. Good.
Very hot day today.
Yeah, on a surprisingly warm day.
Yeah, very, very warm. I'm shocked. Give me a score prediction.
A score prediction.
Yeah.
Well, that's a tough one. Listen, if we get out of this tie through to the next round, it's the first time ever, so we'll be happy with that.
It's our first time in the FA Cup in
Yes,
general.
and we've played, I think, 3 in the past, and we haven't got out of the first round. So if we can get out of it, then we'll be happy.
Okay, I got told to watch out for the left winger, the captain. Anybody
Left
else?
winger,
Yeah.
Casey Baccaro,
Yeah.
one of the best players to set 5
Oh, okay.
by a mile.
Have you watched our lot?
I
seen
have,
footage?
yeah, last year.
Yeah?
Yeah. YouTube sensations.
What did you think?
Good side.
Yeah?
Get the ball down and play.
Okay.
Play
you
through
think-
the thirds.
A very entertaining game today.
Hopefully, nice surface, lovely weather. Give
We
it a
got,
go.
we got a bunch of hooligans with us as well.
Support, love it, love to see it. Love to see
Yeah?
it.
Alright, I'll catch up with you at the end of the game, alright?
Thank you, mate. All the best. Cheers.
Take care.
Yeah, I'm Neil and I'm from XG Studios.
Absolutely amazing. No, how did you find out about Hilltop?
Hilltop, I think I found out of them through a work colleague and then saw your YouTube channel basically. So just saw the exploits over the last few years, climbing the league. What a great support you've got.
And what made you want to have a partnership with Hilltop?
Wow. I think Hilltop's story just exemplifies all that's good about grassroots football. Right, you've got a really strong following. You look around today, all the people are here supporting the team. The run that you've been up on a run of promotions, you're always going on away trips. Massive representation from the Somali community as well. So I think you represent all that's good about grassroots football.
Obviously today's our first time playing the FA Cup. It's a preliminary.
Extra preliminary round.
There you go. I've struggled to say that word for years. What's your thoughts on today's game?
It's a tough one to call, isn't it? I mean, who'd have thought the FA Cup's been played in August, right, with the final next May, but it's insane. You hear about these games taking place, but to be here to watch one's brilliant. Obviously, I'm rooting for Hilltop. I think it's going to be like, I don't know, 3-2.
You got there before me. I was about to ask you for a score prediction. You got there.
Yeah, 3-2. I think they've got the most support today. I think pre-season's been good for Hilltop, hasn't it? So they've been on tour recently, so I think I've got to back them.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you very much for your time, Neil. I won't take up any of your time and enjoy today's game, yeah?
Thanks a lot, man.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Hilltop FC channel. You've heard the score predictions and the kind words from Neil down at XG Studios. And what better way to start the season to what is our first ever inclusion into the FA Cup. Not only me, but everyone here at Hilltop, fans, management and everyone invested are so proud of the boys and getting promoted and being able to compete in what is the oldest trophy in football. The fans are here in their numbers in the stands, me included, and can't wait to see what unfolds. But let's start by having a look at our starting lineup today, with Chem in goal, and in front of him a defence made up of Jabril at right back, a centre-half partnering of Qusay and Hassan, with Shakur at left back. Into the midfield we have a midfield three of Dino, Ibs and our captain Sharp. The team is then rounded up with a front three of HM and Glasses on the wing with Geordie up top. Our substitutes today are Liam, Hussein, MH, Lukman, Hussein and Omar. Making up the management team we have our first team coaches Gap and Gio, and leading we have our manager Abdullahi.
Okay, listen, pay attention quickly. Games like today, you don't need motivation. No one should ever gear you up for a game like this today. You know the importance of it, and it's not to put pressure on you, because Sometimes you don't perform under pressure. Second thing I'm going to say to you is play, play, play. You give an option every single time someone has the ball. You give an option and you work your socks off. Do not be intimidated by them. Do not listen to any of the mind games that they got going on for us. You don't pay attention to nothing. You play that game and you play that game well and you fight for your lives. It's a big fucking game. Make history today, boys. Go out and make history and enjoy yourself.
It's just another game.
Hey, well, last thing. You be brave and you be confident. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Shit happens. But the one most important thing is we play for one another. Every single minute of this game, we die hard for one another. Big Hilltop and 3. 1, 2, 3. Hilltop! Go and enjoy yourself.
Let's go, baby.
Wise words from the captain, Sharp, but let's be honest, Sharpie, we all know you're as nervous as the younger lads, but hey, who better to get the boys rallied than the oldest, most experienced player in the side? As we are underway. Sorry in advance, Sharp. Very fast to realise how hard of a day it's going to be by witnessing Virginia's first throw-in of the day, which is launched into the box. And we are all over the place in trying to get to the seconds, but Chen punches it away and it is met by yet another Virginia player. Cries of a handball, but I can't see nothing in that, and it is deflected out for a corner. Corner comes in and it is met by another opposing player's head, but it goes just wide. Come on, boys, you've got to wake up here. We tried to build up from the back early on in this first half to get a grip of the game, but we just find it difficult to deal with. The Virginia presses, they were just outworking us for the majority of the first half. As you see, Sharpie tries to force a ball into the channel, but it's dispossessed by the Virginia Water defence. Welcome to the game, Glasses, in what was a good solid challenge, but it's followed by a nasty one by Ibby, which is booked for. Dreadful challenge indeed. Moments later, we tried to force the issue again, but what was a reoccurring pattern of this first half, we just found it hard to get on the ball and also find passes in space in the opposition half. And Virginia were just moving the ball quicker and better, to be honest. And as it gets into the midfield, our skipper Sharp tries to dispossess the Virginia Water midfielder, but he seems to jar his leg into the ground as he makes the challenge. Referee blows up there to attend to our captain as he seems in real discomfort on the ground. Afra's making his way over. Hopefully he can get the magic sponge out and work his magic, but that looked a nasty one for the skipper. Soon after, Virginia get on the ball in midfield and play a simple ball over the top, uncontested, and Kasey and Chem don't communicate well there as their player seems to get ahead on it first with none of our two making contact, and we get away with one there in my opinion. Challenge is coming from the Virginia Water bench to the referee, and I don't blame him. I would have been calling for that as well. As we now try to get on the ball and play our way out of pressure, but we are just forced into passes that weren't on. Going back, as you can see now, Van Dijk getting on the ball. Tries to relieve some pressure by going long, but it's won again by another Virginia header. Missed the seconds, pick up the third. But Jibril is forced out of play and it goes out for another Virginia throw-on. I can't lie, even I'm getting frustrated in the stands in this first half as we just can't seem to get the ball going, and this number 3 continues to give us problems and bulldozes his way through to our defence and forces us to give away a cheap free kick. Come on boys, got to get a bit more physical than this and to survive in this league, let alone the FA Cup. Ball goes in from the free kick, but it's a poor one this time, but yet again it is met by another Virginia Water player who tries to steer it goal bound and goes out for what feels like the 100th corner of this first half already. Corner comes in from that far side and is met with a header again at the back stick by a Virginia Water player, and we are let off once again in this first half. Here's that fullback again with his long throws, which finds his teammate down the channel, which he then puts it across the other side of the pitch, and we just can't seem to get anywhere near these first balls or seconds. Ball gets played out wide. HM timidly shuts down the player, but he puts in the ball across and the header just goes over the bar. Jesus Christ, I've seen less crosses in a church than I have in this first half. Play resumes down the left-hand side with Virginia Water, and the number 8 runs at Jibril, and Jibril is then forced into giving away another free kick to the home side. Ball is put into the back of the net, but that won't count. Let's see how we deal with this cross that comes in, and it hits the crossbar. It deflects out wide and it is recovered yet again by another Virginia Water player. Are you sure this is 11 on 11? Because we seriously can't get anything going in this first half, as we are hunted again down in possession. And we just can't seem to get out of our box. We are forced into another unforced error for what feels like the 352nd Virginia corner of this first half. Ball comes in from that same side, and what do we have here? Yep, that's it. Another off-target header from the Virginia Water guys. People, if you're skipping through these clips and seeing the same things, don't be alarmed. It's not on loop. This was just what the first half was like. finding it very difficult in this first half, and we're resorting to going long, which is not normally what we want to see our boys play, because we don't normally play like this. Possession is in play now. We get on the ball and Ibby plays a nice ball over the top to the left hand side, which is met by HM, who dribbles at his defender, shifts it onto his right, but it is shanked away and over the bar. Late into the first half, boys, and we have back-to-back Hilltop attacks. Yes, that's right, back-to-back. Don't turn off your TVs just yet. Let's crank up the heat and add some bis-bass of our own into the mix. Ball gets played into the box, but is met by no one, and it's cleared by the home side. Ball falls back out into the midfield, and we're getting better at pressing as we win the ball back. It's more like it, lads. The ball falls to the feet of Shakur, who finds Dino, who then tries to play a nice ball into the feet of Glasses, but it's just overhit too much and finds its way to the keeper's hands. Much better from the boys late in this first half, as they've had it very hard, to say the least, in these early stages of the match, but signs of positivity, and hopefully we can conjure up a few more chances like this in the game. Keeper tries to take a sting out of the game, and it holds up for a bit, falls into the midfield, but that is it. The referee blows for the half-time whistle. 0-0 here at the break, and let's see what is being said in the dressing room.
What's happening in that first half is happening. If you want to blame it on FA Cup nerves, if you want to blame it on whatever the occasion, I don't care what it was, the first half is now dead and gone. We need to settle, and we need to settle ASAP. Because every single time we've put together 3, 4, 5 passes, we've opened them up. Every single time. So if it means you're going to come into a pocket, that doesn't mean come into a pocket and then dribble. If someone's coming to a pocket, someone has to be ready to receive the pass. Because there's no point HM or Glasses coming to a pocket and there's no one for them to bounce it off to. Let's play, and when we play, let's play quick. Play what you see. There's a couple times where ignoring one another, play what you see. I promise you boys, wallahi, if you just get the ball down and play, we will absolutely kill them. They're tired, and we haven't even played. We've not even played, we've not even strung together half of our shit that we can do. And I see half of them blowing, huffing and puffing. Let's just settle down, settle the nerves. Whatever's happened, look, the first half is done. Let's get that goal, and I promise you it'll be a walk in the park. But the longer we keep teams like this alive, it's either a throw one or a set piece away from losing the game. That is everything they're relying on. That guy can fucking throw it further than I can kick it. And every single time, that's where they're gambling on. So let's just be intelligent, please. Be brave. I told you that to be brave. Be brave, man. Let's play.
Before I lie and go, when you start a tough game and a nervy game, the easiest thing for you to do in order to build up to a game is to do the simple things. So you take a touch, you see a 5-yard pass, you give. What happens is you slowly go into the game because you're not starting the game making mistakes. But when your first pass is to drill it into a pocket in between 3 people and it's fucking up and now we're on the back foot, you're not going to grow in confidence. It's harder to. So guys, the first half is done. We grew towards the end of the game, alhamdulillah. When we go back out in the second half, you get the ball, especially my midfielders. You turn out and you see acres of space that way, but fucking 15 of the players at this side, please go that way. Give it to the man's feet or put it in the man's space. When our centre backs have the ball, if nothing is on in front of you and you're not under severe pressure, take a touch backwards, give it to Chem, we can go out the other way. But if we don't do the basic things from the beginning, how are we ever going to go into this game? Well, wait, this whole half was waiting on a miracle, let's be honest. That miracle's not going to come. The only way it's going to come is if we grow into the game. And the only way we can grow into the game is to do the simple things again and again and again. Because you said it, Shop, they get tired, no? But if we're going into the game and we're doing the simple things and they're getting knackered, going from side to side, chasing us all day, what's going to happen? We're still full of energy. But that's never going to happen if we do not do the simple things over and over and over again. I don't need to tell you that how to play football. You've been playing your whole life. But from what I'm watching in that first half, I'm seeing man taking touches, they can't get it out of their feet. Why? Because he made mistakes the first 2 times. All of a sudden, we're human. You're going to be nervous. But the only way to break those nerves is to do the simple things. And please, for that whole half, I don't feel like we've been anywhere near vocal enough. Shax has got 2 men on the back post. Why are 10 men screaming from the bench but no one screaming in that fucking box? Be vocal, be brave. You do that and you do the simple things, we'll grow into the game. But if we keep it quiet and we keep trying to do difficult things, it's just going to be harder for us.
Some words of encouragement there from Gap as he tries to rally the troops for the second half. As the game comes underway, hopefully we can press from the front a lot better than we did in the first half, because it was pretty poor in the first half, giving Virginia Water a lot of the momentum in the early stages of that game. As we get onto the edge of the box, the pressing looks a lot better as the ball goes out to Glasses and he tries to put the ball into the box, but it is tame and it is cleared out wide. from the Virginia Water players, but it's picked up. Finally, we win a second ball, and Jabril gets on it and forces a foul from the Virginia Water player. Play resumes from the keeper, and the ball tries to go out wide, and Shakur misses it, and the right winger number 11 drives at Van Dijk, tries to run him down into the channel, but his effort goes wide of the post, and it's an easy save from Chem. But hold on, the liner has called for a corner. Ball gets swung in from the corner, and it is won by Sharp. Finally, we've won a header today, lads. Way! And the ball goes out for yet another corner. What count is this? 485? I don't know where we are now. But yeah, let's hopefully we can defend the headers like that more often. Ball gets swung in again to the far post, and it's won again by a Hilltop header. Lightning does strike twice. HM tries to header it out and get on the ball, and he forces the player into a challenge. Gets the ball out wide. Who's that out wide on the ball? Do we have here? It's Glasses again. Feeds the ball into the channel. We try to put the ball into the box, but it's cleared by the player. But it falls to Glasses, and he puts it just into the keeper's hands. What a big chance that was there from Glasses. Throw-on comes down the line to the boys in Virginia, and he turns Kasey, and Kasey fouls him. The player is not happy here. Kasey could be in trouble. Kasey's called over. Looked like as if he was last man a bit there. Be very lucky to get away from just a caution from this point on. But it's a promising start to the first half, I must say. Hilltop have looked a lot more lively getting on the ball. We've been attacking the areas quite well. Just need to finish off our finishing touches and get some shots on target with a bit more effort from these keepers having to be made. Sharp is trying to talk to the referee, but it doesn't seem like he's having it. He seems like Kasey's going into the book. Hopefully it's a yellow card. Sharp walks away. And yes, it is a yellow card for Kasey. Got away with one there. The free kick is lined up on the edge of the area. Let's see what happens. Ball comes in, and it hits off the post, and it falls to a Virginia Water player who puts it into the back of the net. Cries of the back four, and Sharp is jumping up and down, but the goal is given. No offside given there, and the Virginia Water players celebrate in the corner. Virginia Water go 1-0 up. Sharp is tearing his shirt. He is not happy with the decision. Ranting at the referee now, and linesman again. And I think Sharp is cautioned shortly after. Let's have a look back at the replay of that free kick. Ball goes in, slams it off the post. Yep, it did seem like Virginia Water player was in an offside position, but we don't have VAR around here, and it is 1-0 to Virginia Water. Play resumes, and Kasey gets the ball into the box and throws up a ball into the midfield when Geordie wins it. Flicked onto Dino, who passes it out wide to MH, the second half substitute, who tries to play a ball over the top. It gets a touch by Dino, and it falls to Glasses, but he just steers it into the keeper's feet. But the referee has signalled for an offside. Lino's given an offside in the build-up of that play. Much more encouraging stuff deep into this second half, as it's a lot better than what the first half was, as we try to build up attacks into the midfield. Van Dijk has consistently in the second half tried to get something started by driving it into the midfield and playing over the top. The keeper shanks one up into the middle of the park, and it is met by Van Dijk, who yet again wins another header. He's been critical in the second half for us as we try to get back into this game. Lovely challenge in there by Dini. I don't think that was a foul, and the shot comes in, but it is saved very easily. We need to test this keeper a lot better if we're going to be able to get back into this game, lads. Deep into this second half, and yet another substitute. Lukman tries to play a ball deep into the box, but it is cleared by a Virginia Water header, but it is not cleared fully away by another defender. And Van Dijk gets underneath the player and wins a free kick on the edge of the area. Let's see what we can make of this. Let's see what MH can do from here as he puts it in, but it is over the bar by at least 40 yards. This isn't NFL MH, this is football. We've got to put it in between the posts. I don't know how much left of this game is added on, but the keeper sends a ball deep into the midfield, and they are trying to hang on Virginia Water here as we're trying to force everything, throw the kitchen sink at this defence. And we nick the ball again on the right-hand side, and we're trying to dribble down the flank. Let's get the ball into the box, but no, it is defended well by the Virginia Water players, and it goes out for a Hilltop corner. Not much time left in this game, and we're into added time, and the ball comes across, and Van Dijk wins the header, and it's in. But no, the referee has given a foul. He seemed to have blown that whistle before the ball was even contacted by Hassan. He's given the foul for a push, but I can't see much of that in the build-up of that corner. I think we've been robbed here from an equaliser deep into the injury time of this game. Let's have a look back on it. Ball gets put in. Van Dijk's at the back. Oh, that's soft. Come on, ref. I think he just wanted to go home. He's blown the whistle. And it is a foul, and we do not get the equaliser. Deep into the second half, and yet again we get another free kick, and there's not much time left of this game as we get another free kick, which seems like it's the 98th minute of this second half. Ball gets put into the box and Chems up, and it is cleared away by the Virginia Water, and it is full time. The referee blows his whistle, and it's despair for the Hilltop boys as they go out of the FA Cup at the first attempt.
They had a chance, we didn't. It's as simple as that. That's a football game. And we never had no chance at all. Whether we want to blame whoever we want to blame or anything like that, we didn't create enough chances for us to win this game. So the amount of shots that you had in total, if you compare to all of them, they had more than you. They had more than you. They created enough chances. They did everything they can. Whether you want to call it offside, whether you want to call it whatever, excuses are out the window. You had the opportunity, you had a away tie to a team that's in your division, and you're probably going to see them twice again. You're probably more likely to see them twice. So we just need to lift our heads up and focus on the league. One cup is gone out of the way, we still got 4 more cups to go. But every single one of you, this should be a lesson for you, a learning lesson. Yeah? Because sometimes the referee might not be with you, yeah? And players will try and wind you up by diving, by cheekiness, all those things, and they get into your head and you forget about the focus about the game. Because the last 15 minutes we didn't even play football. Let's all be honest, we're just roofing every time. We were just roofing. Every single time we were just roofing, and we didn't play football at all. So they won, not because they're better than you at football, but they stuck to what they're good at, which is a long football and throw-ons, and then they get 1 goal, and guess what? Let's just mess up everyone's head. And they won it like that. So all I'm asking you now is, forget about today's game, and it should not have any effect on you really today's game. Your season begins next week, and you're going to be playing many other teams like this. You better grow up and stop talking and start playing football more. Because that was our problem. We didn't play good football at all. We didn't. And every single one of you that played, yeah, should look up to yourself and say, do you know what, did I actually put a good shift today? When you answer that question, then you realize how much impact today we had on that field. And most of you did not have a great impact on that field. So let's not start using excuses, yeah, facility, referees and all that. Those are pathetic. Grow up, because you're moving to an adult level now. Let's do less talking and more playing football. Every single one of you, look at yourself today's performance and ask yourself, did he actually put a good shift? Then that will probably give you your answer. There's no point all of us telling about stories. Ask yourself that question. Because every one of you did not meet your expectation. Your talent, your ability, nothing was shown today. All the hype now is dead. Go back to square one now and let's restart the league. Because that's our aim. Every year is always the aim, promotion is the league. So you're going to lift yourself up today, go back, enjoy your weekend, whatever you can do, and then we'll come back again to a drawing board on Monday. And then we'll start focusing on next week's Saturday's game, which is the most crucial one, because you do not want to start bad in the league. Yeah? So remember that question I left with you. Ask yourself how good were you today on that pitch and how much effort you put in that pitch. Then that will give you the answer to everything. Do you want to finish off?
I say that we lost the game mostly in the first half, because the first half we didn't play. In the first half we gave them 45 minutes where we didn't have 1 shot on goal, and that was it. That's just the difference. We can complain about it, but at the end it was probably offside, it wasn't. But how many times did they frustrate you when the ball went out and they just kicked it to the side? Or when a free kick, they stand in front. It's just game intelligence. That's what it is. They were seeming more experienced today, and that's what it was. But it's we start the league on Saturday, move on quickly.
Yeah, you want to say anything?
Well, it's just that. To be honest, you should have your heads down. It's not the end of the world, boys. But out of 1 cup competition, Abdullah said we've got 4 more to go. And to make it worse, we have 5 games in this month of August alone. And the month has already started. So we're going to have plenty of time to bounce back, but the most important thing is not to dwell on this loss. Last game, we lost the first game of the season, no? Similar to this, 1-0. How do we bounce back? 8-game win streak. So it's on us to do that again this season, man. Let's lift our heads, guys. Let's go, man.
And guys, all those people that travel far for you, give them a round of applause, please.
Nah.
Thank you for coming down, guys. We appreciate the support.
Okay, Hilltop TV, we're back. Today we're with Gino. Gino, talk to me about today's game.
I think in periods it was okay. I think we started very slow. First 20 minutes, they had about 7-8 set-piece chances, caused us problems. Then as the game grew in, last sort of 10 minutes towards the end of the first half, we started to get the ball down, play, get a couple of passes together, but ultimately not enough shots on goal. It's cost it to lose 1-0.
We saw a goal go in on that Hassan scored ahead of Van Dijk.
Yeah.
We just see that we were too busy celebrating in the stands going crazy, and we got told it was disallowed. Did you manage to see it?
He's given it, the ref said it was a push. I think it was Van Dijk that he pushed his way away from the defender, which is why he was through. So I don't know, you can't really see much from there, but
oh wow,
he's given it.
It's a bad start to the season, but what's the projection for this season? Obviously we've gone up from step 6 to step 5.
Yeah.
I'm not sure a lot of people know we're step 5 now. We're here, but yeah.
Nothing. Our league, I mean, today was almost like a bonus game for us, cup game, see how things, what sort of level we are, and our season starts next Saturday, first league game. Excitement around the club is good, the mood in the camp is still very good, even though we've not started in the best way. It just gives more chance for new players that are coming in to get minutes and see where they are.
This team that we played now, Virginia Wolves, they're in our league as well.
Yeah, so we'll play them twice.
We play them home and away.
Yep.
Looking forward to that?
I mean, listen, they had some good players. At times the football was good. At times they played to their strengths, caused us problems. But we knew they'd come with their own game plan. Didn't make it easy for us, but I think we could have used the ball better at times. When you start to move the ball better and you start to move without the ball, things open up. Last 10 minutes was better, but in the end it came too late. It should have been like that at least from the second half going in.
And of course, as you said, season starts next week. What's your prediction for this season? How many years is it? 4 or 5 years back-to-back promotion? 4. 4 years back-to-back. Are we making it 5th?
We do everything we can. I think always around Christmas times gives you a good idea of where you are. I mean, we've seen it. Teams already start the league, fly in, a couple of games, then they fall off. Some teams start very slow and then they go on a run. So I think it's just take it to Christmas. We've got a lot of games. We've got 5 games just alone in the month of August. So that will already be a good part of the season that we'll play. And then let's see.
Our first game's against Burnham.
Yeah.
You know much about them?
Know a few of the players. But
I can't wait for next week.
we'll go there with our game plan, and like I said, they'll come with theirs. And first game of the season, it's a bit excitement from both teams, I'm sure.
And of course, we're at home as well, which makes it a lot better. I feel like we play a lot better when we're home than we are away.
Yeah, I think also the pitch dimensions probably help us. The crowd is quite close as well to us on our pitch. Yeah, I say good start to the home season. Let's see.
Thank you very much for your time.
No problem.
See you lot next week.
Thank you.